So this is for the amiables of the Boomsy Sports Army. The ones that told me that they wanted a proper story time of how I employed a nanny in 24 hours and sent that nanny off. I had shared it in my vlog, my previous vlog, of how, you know, I woke up one morning and my sister-in-law had sent me a DM of a lady on Instagram, or Biz Aura, and the lady was talking about how she employed a witch, like out of desperation. And you know, immediately she found all the things that the lady came with, she sent her off the next day and all of that. And I remember even dropping a comment on that lady's Instagram page saying that I employed somebody in 24 hours and I let the person go. I sacked the person in that same 24 hours. And I had shared it on my vlog, and of course the army boss, you know, my fellow army boss of Boomsy's army were like, you know, Boomsy, please share this. So grab your cup, pour your wine. You can even be doing other things but be listening to this gist I'm about to give you guys. You guys, I feel like I don't even know how to do sit down videos again, because of I have been doing a lot of vlogs, but don't mind me, I know how to do sit down videos, because anywhere there's gist, you shall find me there. So let's just get straight into this video. You guys know that sometime in December last year, 2023, I came and shared that, you know, Favor had gone. Favor stayed with me for like a year, and she said, oh, she wanted to go, blah blah blah. You guys, I gave all those gists during my vlogmas and all of that, you know, and I didn't expect it to end that way. But anyways, it ended. Moving on, I'd gotten someone else, and the person said that, oh, this new girl that I'd gotten was saying that she's not going to work past 1 year, right? And there's one thing that I've just learned: I am not going to ever get anybody out of desperation anymore. Thankfully, my children are even growing, right? My children are growing, but it was ember period. I needed help. You guys know that I had a lot of jobs during that December period, coupled with work and all. I cannot just be carrying it. Me and my husband are both 9 to 5ers, right? I cannot just be carrying my children everywhere. And grandma had left. That was how I said, okay, no problem, it's okay. Thank God you're even open, and you know, you can even tell me that these are your plans. She said, oh, that she wants to go and join the police force. She will go back to her village. She even had a child, that she will go back to her village, that her child is with her mother, so she will go back to her village and go and take care of her child, and also join the police force. And I was like, oh, bravo, bravo. Well, wonderful, at least you're honest with me, you know. And I was like, okay, no problem, have you done this job before? And she was like, yes, that she has. You guys, this girl was one of the laziest, entitled person I have ever employed. But there is something significant that started happening in December. So if you can go back to my December vlogs, or I'll just be linking it, I'll put it in my cards and I'll just be linking it. We bought new freezer. We bought new washing machine. My fridge was just spoiling, you know, so many things were just spoiling. My blender spoiled. So many things were just spoiling. Kaito, so many things were just spoiling, right? But you know, I just overlooked all of those things. I was like, okay, if these things are even due for change, these things are due for maintenance. My husband would just say, oh, it's due for maintenance, it's due for maintenance. So after vlogmas, right, I had it up to here with work and everything. I just said, let me take a 2 weeks break. But that was when, you know, we're not in rainy season. How is due, you know, entering my clothes and all. We're not in rainy season. You know, when you're in rainy season, you will see dew in your outfits, maybe the ones that you hung and all, because of how cold the place is and all. But I was seeing these things on my outfits and all. I'll bring them out, I'll try and, you know, dust it off and all. And I was like, how is... What are you doing here? My children interrupted, right? But when I came back up, you know, to pick up my camera, you know, and start vlogging, because for like the first 2 weeks in January, I didn't even pick up my camera to do any vlog. I was just exhausted, right? We spent a lot of money in December for just home maintenance and just a lot of things, buying new appliances, buying new things, fixing this, doing that, just so many things. I just said, you know what, let me just take a break, right? And you guys, I came back up and I had mentioned it. I think I will link that video. I mentioned it how I was just sitting down one day, and the picture, there is an area that I decorated for like content creation, you know, in my room, and I have my picture up there. One day I just sitting down and it just fell, as in glass. Only Paparazzi did that frame for me. It was so thoughtful, so beautiful. When I had just put to bed for Kaima, yeah, when I just giving birth to Kaima, so she did that frame for me, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to fit on this shelf and everything. It did not give any, maybe it was shifting small before it fell, or like, I don't know. I'm just giving you guys this gist to give you guys backstory, right? So that you will follow through and know where I'm heading to. I was just staying one day and that picture just went to the floor, bawai, and broke. And thankfully I was in the room. If not, I would have said it's my children or something. Maybe somebody would have said it's my children. I was so angry in my spirit. I was like, no, this one has passed what they call it, you know. I started doing blood of sprinkling, you know. We prayed. I told my husband we prayed, we did midnight prayers, so many things, right? And next thing, madam came and started falling sick. Say, oh, she has ulcer, her chest used to pain her. Started showing me, oh, for someone that did not tell me that she had ulcer before I employed her, oh, how her chest is paining her. And no, I first did not think anything, right? How her chest is paining her, how her stomach is paining her. Oh, that she thought that the thing had gone. But as she started eating food, and she could eat, as she started eating food in my house, that her stomach started paining her. And no, I said, what medications do you used to take before for the ulcer? And I called Uzo, because Onyi's brother is what they call it, a doctor. He spoke to her. He said, okay, let me go and get her omeprazole. I should get her so many other medications as well. I used to still even pity madam. I would give her, factor in her medications like every month, but she needed to take those medications like every two weeks, because I think the omeprazole tablet is about 5 in the sachet or so. And this girl was so lazy. When I mean lazy and forgetful, I mean, I literally was the one that was doing everything concerning the children. It felt like I did not even have any assistants around. Like, it felt like she would just balance, wait for the cleaners. She would not really do anything. Every time, you know, as she realized that, you know, I had indulged her for her sickness, the sickness was not always an excuse. I'm not feeling fine, I woke up, my chest is paining me. We'll go for swimming. Inside the swimming bag, if I don't check it, you know, we had gone to swim before, and to change the children up, no changing clothes, no pampers, no nothing. And I told her, pack these things the previous night. But I don't know why that day I did not check. I was so embarrassed. I was just looking for how I could cover up my children and just bring them home. You guys don't even know a lot of things that we vloggers, we go through behind the scenes, right? That we don't even come to show or share. That was how I was just, you know, managing the whole situation. And all, you know, and me too, I'm also quite a very handy person as well, especially when it comes to my children. I said, okay, let me just manage the situation. Maybe this person said it's only 1 year she wants to stay here, no, but hey, as I indulged her with the sickness, I was buying medications for her with the sickness, it now turned to like every excuse. My belly they pain me, my chest they pain me. Even my mom was saying that you can't keep a sick person in your house. So, and I was just saying that, if I'm the one now, will anybody tell me to come and be going because I'm not feeling fine or something? Like, it did not click. Ding ding dong dong. So there was one night that she woke up, she said, oh, she had a very terrible dream, blah blah blah, that she even thinks that she will go earlier than before the 1 year she had talked about. And I said, okay, no problem, that's fine, you wait now until I look for somebody, and you know, maybe you will now go, but I want to also make sure that you're fine, you know, with your medications and everything. And I should mention that she was actually very rude. There was one time we're going to church, and you know, the outfit that she wore, the brass strap was just showing. I was like, come, how can you wear this to church? If I tell you let's go to this mall and go and buy something, you have fine clothes to wear. I mean, I've even opened a bag of clothes that I used for thrift, and I picked a few items and I gave them to you. Why don't you want to wear them? She said, no, look me like say I come from village. Oh, me I sabi fashion. I sabi fashion. She changed and wore something else, and now did the bra strap like X at the back. So, and did the gown off shoulder. So you can literally see that this person underwear is out there. And I told her, I said, no, you can't wear this to the house of the Lord. Your bra is showing. I want to wear this and go to church. So I met her in the kitchen when I told her this. So as I was walking out, she thought I had left the kitchen. And then she said, you Seth, I beg, leave me alone. I beg, free me. And I went back into the I was like, what did you say? She said, she was just joking. It's not how I meant, it's not how she meant it. I said, what did you say? You know, so I just, you know, I said, well, these people, if you like, you send them to school. If you like, they are still who they are. They will still be who they are. So I left her. I said, nobody will spoil my mood this Sunday. Let's go to church. You know, my husband will not even interact with all of these people because the cleaners, this thing, they are my jurisdiction and my responsibility. So it doesn't even interact. But for this particular one, he kept saying, baby, you are hardworking, but how do you have somebody under your roof and you are still doing all of these things? I would just say, they're my children, they're my this son. He said, look at you, come to the bed, you are tired. Don't manage anybody because you are paying for their services. If this person is not good enough, let her go. You know, I just kept saying, maybe manage, she's not feeling fine, she's not, you know, I just felt this sense of she's my responsibility. She's not, because she's not feeling well. I don't want to send her off in this particular condition, right? Now, for somebody that was not feeling so fine, will leave her room, come to my children's room, you know, stay on their bed, because Kaito and Kama, they sleep on the same bed, right? Stay on their bed, their AC is always on. You know, we regulate their ACs and put it on at night because Kaima sweats a lot. But of course, we wear Kaito socks and then cover the both of them, right? So I've mentioned it on my channel before that my husband is doing his MBA, and his MBA is American time. So he's literally always up, sometimes very late at night, right? And then he moves around the house to make sure the gas was turned off, everything has been turned off, the light is turned off, and all before he comes to bed to sleep. Sometimes I've already even slept off. So he has noticed this queen will sneak out from her room, will push Kaito and Kaima inside, carry their duvet and cover herself and be sleeping as a queen. For my husband that doesn't talk, he had mentioned it to her. I said, don't do this again. Don't do this again. She said, oh, this one, that one, that one, that one. Next thing, we'll realize that she will carry their playpen. He saw her the second time. She carried their playpen, right? Which is their, this thing. Carried their duvet. She has her own duvet in her own room. Carried their duvet. Left them bare on the bed. And threw there with their playpen, pillow and everything and their duvet, laid on the floor to sleep because there was AC. Then you wake up in the morning and tell me, oh, your chest is paining you. And you have fan. You have fan that is steady, working fan that is working for you. Your room is even the airiest in this house. Like the air that comes out from that room. You don't even need AC or anything. But for this is someone that say, oh, her chest is paining and she cannot, her stomach had this and this. But sister wants soft life. Oh God, when I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, like I shouldn't have even been given grace. That was how my husband then another night, you know, came to check up on the kids before he locks up and everything, and saw this queen had laid on these children's bed, pushed the two of them, had left her room after pressing phone and everything, because most time in the night you see her, she will pray, she will do Facebook till 1 a.m 2 a.m she's doing Facebook. So she was thinking, okay, it's quite late, maybe my husband has slept or something, you know. Pushed the children, two of them, squeezed the two of them, laid down on the bed, like the outer side of the bed, covered with her duvet and everything, and then my husband saw Kaito shaking because he was a bit cold, right? We usually cover him with the duvet, wear him his socks and everything, and he will be fine. But this girl had on the fan, on the AC, put the AC at 18, and then the AC will usually stay at 24, 20, 22, 24, and then we don't on the fan. But she had on the fan, you know, put on the AC to the highest and was just enjoying herself. So my husband then woke out that night and was like, what's the problem with you? Like, are you okay? With rage, she just replied, my husband, if you don't want me make I sleep with your children, tell me. If my body they smell, if I get body odor, tell me. If you don't want me make I sleep with your children, better just tell me. Hey, my chest they even pain me. I just they even. When I started hearing the shout and everything, like, I jumped up from the bed. I came out to her. I said, what? My husband, as in my man. I was like, what? Are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? She said, I dey smell. If I dey smell, make una tell me. Which is this one? I should not be sleeping with the children. I should not be. My husband just looked at me and told me, before tomorrow, get this girl out of my house. And went back into the room. So in the morning, maybe Soba herself has realized what they call, but I wasn't speaking to her because, I mean, that's like outright disrespect. First of all, this person doesn't even have communications with you as much. It's me that even has most of the communications with you. Like, we've even done a lot for you. Like, I mean, you're working, you're earning. We're not obligated to buy you medications and all, but because of the goodness of our hearts, you know, we still want to look at your welfare. I mean, when I go to the market, you guys see me, I always buy Ever soap, I buy roll-on and all of these things, because so I don't even know why you say, oh, is it because I'm smelling, you don't want me to sleep with your children? And you can clearly see how selfishly you are sleeping with these children, using their duvet they're supposed to use to cover themselves. I did not waste time. I just called agency. I said, please, can you find me somebody else? Right, this person has to go. She didn't even see it coming. She thought it was going to be business as usual. Maybe she would be rude to me one or two, and I would just okay. They had found somebody, you know, and I was just desperate for a replacement, right? And then to tell her to let her go. So I'd taken this other girl for medicals and everything, and her medicals was okay, but this girl was looking so funny. Her eye was yellow. Like, I was just telling myself that by the time this person eats my fisherman soup, she's going to be fine. But the way she was looking, something was off. She was a girl of few words, and you even asked her a question, she's so but I was desperate to get someone, right, to just fill in the replacement, you know. Even if I have to be carrying you to work, you know, and drop you at the guest house, I just needed to get someone, right? That's one mistake I will never make again, and I'm thankful that my children are actually now independent, so I will not even put myself in that situation to make that mistake anymore, right? That was how I then employed Reginald. I employed Regina. I went home. I told my former girl, I said, pack your things, you are leaving. Drop your uniforms, drop everything, pack it, you are going. You can carry your medications and go. You can carry your roll-on, your pef, your spray, carry all those things and go. She thought I was joking. I said, you're leaving, don't worry. I brought in this new person, and all. She went to meet my husband. Sir, I'm sorry, listen. Mama did not even give her face. Like, he was just on his laptop. He was working from home that day as well. He was just on his laptop. He was just saying, he said bye-bye. You know, after she even left, I paid her for the month, for the days that she had worked. She messaged me, oh please ma, and she wants to even go back, and she does not have a food transportation to go back. I say, for someone that even came to my house and was giving one of her friends almost half of her salary to be saving for her. In fact, that one is another story on its own. And I employed this one. I don't know how my nose was blocked that day. I was even interviewing her, taking her for tests and everything for employment. Immediately she entered into the house to resume work, environment of my, like the smell in my home had changed. The body odor was something else. If you move to the kitchen, you enter, like the stench that will follow you there. You move to the room, you enter, the stench, like the strong body odor that will follow you there, like you just killed like he-goats that will follow you there. I said, what's happening? I asked, I said, did you have your bath? Like, did you, this thing? This smell is too much. My husband even stood up, came and met me. I said, you know what? Don't even give her the feminine spray. Don't give her this feminine spray. Don't give her this your ever soap. Come and take spring Irish. Come and I have to give you a masculine roll-on. Go and give it to this girl. Tell her to have a shower. Give her about, in fact, the way he was even feeling that day, he packed like 3 of the roll-on and gave it to me and told me to give it to her. And then I gave it to her. I said, please go and have your bath. You know, you're a woman, you have to take care of yourself. And what they call it, before you come out, before you change into your uniform, go and have your bath. The way she even answered me, yes, okay, no problem. And one thing, like, you know, mommy girl, they didn't want to come around her, unlike what they call my previous girl. Like that one really helped me grow mommy girl's hair, because she could make hair, and also she took liking to Kaima, right? But this one, Kaima did not want to even come around her. Kato did not want to even come around her, and all. That morning when I was not going, so she had come in the evening, and the next, in fact, when I was walking to the kitchen, she came and told me she was hungry. When I was walking to the kitchen, she stood by the door and was just waiting after she had told me in the parlor that she was hungry. By the time I was coming to the kitchen, she did not leave the space, like this small entrance to pass into the kitchen. So it's as if like she brushed me that day. Like I was like, move back, I'm coming, move back, let me come and dish food for you that evening. You know, things were just off. Like it was just so off. And then when she will now look at me like, you will just say, are you a frog? Is it that you don't have pulse? Like, what is happening? I still did not get it. So that morning I woke up, you know, I told her, I said, okay, dress your bed and everything, let me go and just quickly go to the office and come. That day, like, I could not just leave my phone when I was stepping out of the house. I put up the what they call it, I wanted to be seeing the activities of the house and everything. So I said, let me just quickly go. There are files I wanted to work with, you know. I'd already said I was going to work from home. There are files that I wanted to work with, so I wanted to just quickly go and pick it up and then come back home and set up and just get into work proper. But then I got into my office gate, like I was fidgeting. My mind was boom, 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 boom. I had called my husband. I said, baby, my mind is not settled. I don't know what's happening. Boom, 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 boom. My heart was beating. My hands, I was having palpitation. My hands were shaking. It's never happened before, right? I know I have, you know, anxiety, little anxiety when it comes to my children. I know I want to be around them. I want to do certain things for them. But I was like, this is just a few minutes, go and come back, you know. My mind was, that was the biggest mistake I ever made. My mind was beating. So I called my husband like more than 10 times interval. I was like, you know what, please just go home. If your mind is not what, just go home. To even hold phone, my hand was shaking, right? You guys, I went upstairs. I went to go and tell my madam that, okay, and of course my madam, anything women, children, she's an advocate. Go home, don't worry, take all the files you need, go and work from home. So I just felt like, you know, I had camera, was bad as it be, anything that happened, I would watch the camera to see if anything. By the time I was just entering into the house, I didn't make noise or I didn't make sound or anything. By the time I was just entering into the house, I just went straight to where she was. Her hand was already like this for Kaito. Kaito was just standing on the bed and peeping out of the window. He was not doing nothing. Like, he was just peeping out of the window. Kama was just seated, sucking her hand. Her hand was already like this to Kaito, like wanted to slap him on the butt or something. I held the hand like this. I first quietly went, I dragged the hand like this. My children did not see me, right? Kama was just sucking her hand with her teddy bear and was facing towards the window where Kaito was looking out, right? And then what they call it, Kaito was just standing out of the window and was just looking out. I just saw someone was about to just bosa for Kaito that was just standing on his own and was not doing anything. I held the hand like this. You guys, I don't even need to gist you that part. I say, you know what, pack your things and get away from my house. I say, first day, she said that she just wanted to use that one to alert him to come down from the bed, and she wants to dress the bed. I say, you must be crazy. Like, is something wrong with your head? Children that I saw blood to give birth to, my blood and sweat, you are just resuming 24 hours. If you want to alert my son that you want to dress the bed, is to raise up hand to say you want to slap him, like you are going to slap him. You guys, that was, I just say, you know what, pack your things. Even the uniform I had, so I say carry the uniform and go. You're not even carry it and go. I say pack your things and get out this minute as I'm talking to you. She didn't even feel any sort of remorse or anything or any. She just I was just telling my husband that this is what happened. Like, I came at the nick point where this girl was at the point of wasn't Kaito like better slap. And it was like, what? It was like, what? Baby, we're not going to ever put any trust on these cameras again. If these children are on meet and break or anything, you can carry them to the office. Thankfully, your what you saw all through this holiday, I carried them to the office, you know, because patients had come in after this person, and of course I'm still trying to get to know her, no. But you see that trust in, I can be in the office, I'll just be watching you and no. My cleaners don't give me issues. I don't know that is always best to work with guys than women. My cleaners don't give me issues. Even the lady that even, you know, comes, you know, switches up, cleans and everything, doesn't give me issues. But you see, nannies, I'm tired of them. I mean, I have somebody now that has been steady for the past month, you know, and has stayed. But I cannot wait for when my children are grown and independent, you know, because I know my mom stopped nannies at a point, like having house helps at a point. I can't wait for when, you know, they are a lot independent, and thankfully they're even coming into a place where you tell them sit, they will sit down there, you know, they're trying to help me run errands around the house. And no, I might not need, you know, someone that will come and live in. I don't even know. You guys, this was my ordeal. I don't think that this video can capture everything, but that day you guys don't even want to know what happened. Born and bred Port Harcourt girl. You guys, it's not that I came to Port Harcourt to live. I was born there and I was bred there. I say, what? This one, it was not even English I was speaking. I say, you did Chris, like you did really Chris. You don't born picking before. I mean, you just even came in. I have not even seen you do anything. You have not even, there's nothing you've done. You are going straight to want to alert my child by I mean, now that, you know, I've stayed, you know, with this new nanny, I know I've just devised means of discipline, because children can be very naughty and crafty, and all. I've just devised a means of discipline so that at least she can call them to order. She can say, if I take you and go and lock you in this room now, better respect yourself, you know. So at least there will be respect and all. But this one, you just came in 24 hours, you want to beat my child. It's not possible. But anyways, guys, you guys, I sent her off, and I feel like that girl needs deliverance, even because when she was going, the way she was just looking like I was like, bye Felicia, bye, goodbye. You guys, I don't think I was able to capture everything, no, but this is like in summary of what happened and all. So yeah, this is the gist you people want to hear. You've heard it. Please, you know, I don't know, diaspora mom, don't be envying us that we have nannies that are helping us and all. It's not easy to get the good ones, so it is not easy at all. It is not easy at all, trust me. Like if people come out to tell you their horror nanny stories and all, you will not believe what is happening. And one thing that people will shy away from talking about this thing is because in Nigeria there's a lot of sentiment, you know. is the poorer one that people will say, oh my god, you must have maltreated this person. And also people shy away from talking about all of these things. But trust me, some of these girls are uncut. They are uncut. Some of them that even have children are even jealous of your, maybe you employ someone that has a child, they are jealous of your child's well-being, that they wear fine clothes and all. Some of them are even jealous of your relationship with your husband, or maybe you are married, you are living in a conducive, it's just a lot, you know. And you have to be prayerful, you have to be on guard, you know, having these people living in your homes. You have to be on guard. That's why you guys see me, like in most of my vlogs, I'm always with my children. I'm always with my children. In most of my vlogs, I'm always with them. But anyways guys, this is about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will definitely see you guys in yet another vlog. Don't forget to subscribe to W1TCH Sport, turn on your bell notification so that you'll be notified when new videos drop, and I'll definitely see you in my next one.